Okay, there we go. All right, welcome back, everybody, to Coffee and Art in the Afternoon. I don't know, we'll see how the recording goes. We've been having issues getting disconnected. I'm going to try to record my Inktober, the last day of my Inktober, October 31st. So if y'all don't know Jake Parker's Inktober, 31 days of drawing anything you want in ink. And I've tried to keep mine all nautical. So I will go ahead and quickly do a flip for you, and then we will try to stay try to stay recording while I do the last day's drawing for Halloween. Okay. Yes, Eileen, you are. So we started out with me writing out in calligraphy, Inkwell 2015 Inktober. I forgot the E in my name. So we did it again. So this was the cover page, Inky Well 2015. And we'll see. Maybe I need to turn on another light. There's that better, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to run through them real quick. I do have a Facebook page for Inktober. All my Inktober drawings, you can see them all together on my Inktober Facebook album. And you don't have to follow me on Facebook, they're public. So here we go. So I'm going to do a quick flip. There was crab, a starfish, sea turtles. And I noticed that as I was doing some of them, I really wanted them to be very graphic looking, like very black and very, not a lot of sketchy detail. I was liking that look. So with a few of them, I kind of went with it. I didn't get into too much actual like sketchy detail. I went ahead and just went with that graphic look. And so I really just like the way that looks. So I don't know how this last one that we're going to do here in a minute will be, but okay, there's coral, clownfish. And I'm trying to get the light on it, but anyway, I'm doing the best I can with my camera here. Shells, a betta fish, an octopus, and it's very black ink. I'm using Sumi ink, and there's different brands. This is the one that Angie Bell sent me, but it's just the Japanese black. It's very, very black ink. So then what do you call it? A lionfish, some kelp. When I didn't think of anything that day, we did SpongeBob and Patrick. I thought it would be fun. Had to throw them in my nautical theme, right? Then we had a lobster, a jellyfish. Everybody seems to really like this one. Some sand dollars with the little skeletons. If y'all don't know that there's like these 5 little skeletons that look like little doves in every starfish. So, yeah, Sherry, they're not paper planes. Some angelfish kissing with a little heart. There. Oops, sorry, guys, don't want to lose. Okay, some sea urchins, a couple different types. A pufferfish, a sunken ship, a stingray, manta ray, one of them. It's either a stingray or a manta ray. A moray eel, a spotted moray eel, a wave, a pier, and this is actually the pier in Savannah that we go to. Some barnacles, a lighthouse. Sorry guys, the light's hitting the ink right there. Seahorse, a school of fish, a sea dragon. Sometimes they are leafy, a leafy sea dragon. There's two different. I mean, I don't know when they grow leaves. They're like look like they have leaves on them, and then some look like this at the Atlanta Aquarium. I saw this look more than the leafy ones, but there was both. A cuttlefish, a tiger clownfish, and see how graphic I left this one? I just left it like not even in black. I just left it like very stark and graphic looking. I just kind of liked it. A mossy ship wheel. And that was day 30. So now we're going to do a lanternfish. They're very creepy. Just saying. And we are going to put it in black. So I'll be doing, black ink around it. So I'm going to take it through. Hopefully we'll stay recorded. And if we do get disconnected and you're watching this recording, I will post the finished drawing in my Inktober, and I always post everything on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So you'll get to see the finished lanternfish, even if we get disconnected here. At least I got to do the 30 days of the 31-day flip for YouTube, because I did want to, and I'm going to try to stay connected here through the whole process of drawing a lanternfish. So we'll give it a shot. Yeah, Jeannie, Carrie, and Cam. My grandson's been wanting me to do a lanternfish too. All right, so we're going to just sketch them out. So you won't be able to probably see much of the pencil as I'm sketching, but I don't want to zoom in anymore. I think this is kind of good. I don't want it to get too, flashed out or pixelated. So I'm just going to kind of just get sketched out here. And if you haven't seen one, they're very creepy. They have huge mouths with ginormous teeth. That's even bigger than that. With ginormous teeth. Ginormous, is that a word? So I'm just going to sketch him out here first. And we'll see how I want to address he's got the tongue and an open mouth, but I want it to be very dark in there so that the teeth really stand out. So I'm just going to sketch them first. So you can see pretty well. Okay. I'll hold it up. I'll hold it up as we, go. And then he's got this horn thing. Now, I don't actually know if that's actually lighting up in that little horn. That may be why they call it a lanternfish. But this is one of those fish that live way, 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 way down deep. And so, it's one of those creepy ones that live way down in the ocean. And it's got like a light on its little horn thing there. Now, does it actually have a light? I don't know. I want it a little bit shorter because I do want to have some rays coming out. So I don't know that it actually does glow, but because the background's going to be black, I am going to go ahead and ink it, or white acrylic paint, whichever. I did get some new gel pens. I haven't even seen if they work yet. I mean, if they're, how old they were on the shelf. But I am going to have some light coming out of it, even though it doesn't have that in the picture. So I don't know if they actually do glow like that. But they are very creepy. And I'm going to try to make it creepy because I saved this one for Halloween. I mean, I was running out of things to do, and then Jeannie, Carrie, and my grandson also, will do a lanternfish. I said, okay, I'll save that one. I'll save the lanternfish for Halloween. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, just Google it. You'll see. There's a bunch of them. Google images. All right, so his body's kind of coming around behind here. I think I want this fin to be a little bit more like that. And it kind of comes in. He's kind of like his body is kind of twisted around back there. You don't see part of his body's like going around the back. And then his fins. He's got kind of like loopy looking fins. I'm going to make him look extra loopy too. Not quite, that's too big. Not that big because his body is like back there some. So I don't want to make it too, those fins. Let me just kind of decide how big I want them, about like that. And then we'll make them loopy. So I'm just going to sketch it in, and then we'll go in with the ink. Something like that. Okay. This is all his mouth. This whole thing right here is his mouth. He's got kind of a lip kind of thing going on there. Kind of like that. And then on the inside of his mouth, then it kind of comes out and around like that. And that's kind of like his tongue or something, or the inside of his mouth. I'm not sure if he actually has a tongue. But then he just has this one tiny little white eye. It's a little white eye, and it's really creepy. So anyway, but I'm going to kind of shade some of this in because I want the background to be black. So what I'll probably do is the background first so I can tell how much more black I can do. Like on the inside of his mouth here, can be black right in here. And then all this can be black because I want his teeth to really stand out. That's the whole thing here. So I really, let's see, no, it didn't come out that far. I don't want to make him look too he's creepy, but I don't want to make him look too distorted. And then his teeth are there, and he's got, and they stick out really weird. They're really creepy. And it's like he's got one long one, one short one, one long one, one short one. They're very pointy and creepy. Creepy, Halloween-y creepy. And then this will be more in shadow here. I might just do some, what do you call it, cross hatching. And then his teeth come up here. I want to make sure I can block in those. And he's got some coming up here, and then just a few up in here. That would be good to do with the white gel pen if I need to around those teeth. All right, then let's see, let's do some small, big. It's like he's got one big one, one small one, one big one, one small one, something like that. And it almost looks like he's got tiny, tiny little, I'll put some white dots to indicate like some little teeth, white little tiny teeth in between those teeth. Oh, he's creepy. All right, and then let's see. Kind of like that, that's kind of behind. He might be a little more humped. Just a little bit more humped. Like that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're sketched out. We're still recording too. Okay, so there is, and like I said, his body is coming from behind there. Kind of coming from behind here. Behind is like he's folded, you know. He's folded around, and this is all you see of his, the back part of his body. Okay, so then we'll probably have a few little creepy lines and some little dotted things. Yeah, we'll see how much we can get with the detail with the pen, a marker. I'm just using these Faber-Castell Pit pens. This is a small and a medium, and they're about worn out. They're about worn out. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I am just going to outline the outside, at least the outside edges, because so I can ink around it and not have to worry about, you know, where I'm going with this. So I just kind of want to... And again, I'm not sure if I want to draw in the, like, because he doesn't really have any glowy. I think I'll just go ahead and go in with a pen afterwards. Try either that gel pen or some white ink to make it look like it's glowing, because I don't know if it really glows or not. All right, so I'm going to have to tilt it just a second so I can kind of draw them in correctly here. So I'm just going to kind of sketch in where I want. I want that loopy. Then I'll erase my pencil lines too. I think I'm not going to have those lines right there. I think I'll just do it a shadow without it being any actual lines. So let me just go ahead. I need some white areas in there to indicate teeth. Of course, I can always go back in there with the white pen if I need to pick those little teeth out. So I can pick its teeth. We'll be able to pick its teeth with a white gel pen. And yeah, he's got these like creepy, like, I don't know, some kind of weird stuff inside his mouth. I don't really want to know. And then his teeth are all kind of curving in. And they're skinny teeth. I'm making them a little fatter with this so I have room to play. You know, you want to leave a little bit of wiggle room when you're going to ink around something. Because, you get in there with the brush and it's easy to get thick around those teeth. All right, so, I think he has one little dot in the center of his eye. If he doesn't, we're putting it there. All right, so then this mouth comes right up like that, though. Kind of his mouth comes around like that. Yes, that's actually a fish. It's called a lanternfish. The light is a lure, but does it like actually glow out like that? I don't know, Carrie. Carrie said that the light's a lure for other fish. He wouldn't be luring me, but... Okay, so I'm going to erase most of the pencil lines. Except inside here, I need a few there to indicate where I want to put some shading. And, but all the rest of it, I want to erase. It won't take long. These don't take me, probably maybe one or two took me 45 minutes. And of course, the ones I streamed probably took a little longer because I talked about it and stopped and, but they didn't probably take me more than 30 minutes each, from sketch to finish. Because it's really not, it's just a little, it's not that big. Okay, so I'm going to get out my little stone here to pour the ink in. Just pour out a little ink. I'll probably need more than that because I'm going to do a full background. And let me clean my brushes, clean my water, all that while I reboot it. But now I don't have yep, yeah, I do have an angle brush. Let me wet it. Clean my water, picked up all the paint. So I will take pictures of our Star Wars pumpkin. All right. Oh, question. I think that's what it's about, doing the quick fun sketch every day. Yeah. Yeah. Carol, yeah, but Carol, you did some detailed birds. Just saying. If y'all did not see Whippy Carol's birds on Instagram, yeah, check it out because this might be, I think I can get some of the bigger areas with the big brush, but I'll have to get in there with the smaller brush around some of those areas. Because I do want to put some white, like some kind of foamy, something going on in the background, whether it's sea dust or something, in the background. But let me turn it upside down. I have to get up in here, guys. Real, you know. And I like an angle brush because you can turn it and twist it. I'll get around the little glow right there with a smaller brush. Just want to kind of block it in here. Don't mess that up too much. I can go in there with a white gel pen, but or some acrylic, you know, whichever, depending on how well that pen is going to work. Oops, got a little bit on his mouth there. Need to get a small brush. Okay, there we go. Let me get in with a smaller brush now. Yeah, it does flow well. Yeah, it sure does. There's a different. This is the one that Fairy Treasures Angie Bell got me at Daiso. Um, and I have another brand up there on the shelf that I got. It's called Traditional Chinese Ink, and it's in English and stuff. And I got, well, it's got other, I don't know. That's all I can read from here. It just says Traditional Chinese Ink. I got it at Hobby Lobby. But Daiso is much cheaper if you can get it there. And I just use the little stone here. I'm not grinding my own ink, but that's what these are for, to grind your own ink out. But I just use it to like roll my brush out. So, all right, let me get in here now. Let's go ahead and go around some of this. Just kind of indicate where I want some type of glow, whether it's this one or just added some ink from the gel pen. All right, so inside his mouth. See, this is why I drew the teeth just a little wider than they are, so I can get them nice and pointy here like this. And then he's got some right around that. You can see a little bit on the outside here. I'll make them pointier with the gel pen. Okay. Hey, Barb. I'm finishing up my Inktober. This is the last one. 31 days. Already did a flip. We're still staying recording, although I've been streaming all morning, and it only a couple parts. I'm only going to save a couple parts. All right, so then he's got a little, like, some kind of creepy stuff going on inside his mouth. I don't know if that's part of a tongue or what it is, but we'll leave it and put a little. So I'm just kind of going in there. So this is a lantern fish. Did it for the Halloween. You know, thought this would be a good one. Well, Cam is the one that told me, you got to do that on Halloween. Even though Carrie and Jeannie have been wanting me to do a lantern fish. Because they're creepy. Good for Halloween. Last year I did a dinosaur. Do y'all remember? That green dinosaur? I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. Did a kind of a creepy dinosaur. All right, so let's see here. I want a little bit of kind of something going on there. A little bit on his lip here. And then I'm going to have some kind of, you know, cross hatching or something around his eye, but I want it extra creepy. So I'm going to go ahead and put at least that. A little bit of, and then this I'll do with cross hatching there. Let's see here. I'm glad I got to at least get this in here. My final Inktober with the flip. So thank you, Ustream, for holding out for me. All right, let me turn it this way because I want to get in here with a little bit of a bit there. And then fill in all this here. I'll go in there with some brush, the pen for tiny little lines and stuff. There we go. So it's blocked in. I'll dry it. It is really, the light's hitting it right now, but the ink is like pure black. I mean, it's black ink. Like it looks like this when it's dry. There we go. See? It's really good. All right, let me dry this. Ugh. But I got extra light on right now so it doesn't get too dark in here. And I'll see how that new gel pen. It's just the Jelly Roll brand. It's not, I got some other ones as well, but I bought a new pack of them. The thing is they store them hanging like this with the top facing up. That doesn't seem like it's ever a good thing. Yeah, a Miss Anita K will be streaming at some point. Yes, she will. All right, so let me go ahead and test this out. Oh, it's working. All right, so I'm just going to sign it over here so to get the flow of the pen going. Just to get it flow going. Oh, it's working good on this. So this is just the Jelly Roll brand. And I've been trying to put the date really bold. So that's working good. I was using that Starburst one. Where is it? I've been using the Pentel Sunburst. But this one seems to be flowing a little better on top of this ink. Sorry it's flashing out a little there where the ink is shiny. All right, but before I go into any of the more